Hello and welcome to Rick Specs. We are here waiting for another draft here to start. This week we are drafting Shadows over Innistrad because it's uh, a format that's coming to its end. Triple Shadows over Innistrad Limited, and I like it enough that I want to draft a lot these last few weeks. So let's see how we do here. All right, here we are then. Let's see. We have favorite visions, which is pretty great in this particular archetype here. But the other rare is more interesting to me. The Gaia Rich Bandit. I'm thinking I'm gonna take it to try and go red-green werewolves. Aside from that, there's a Giza's Beating, there's an Inner Struggle, Twins of Morris Strait, Estate that is, Thraben Inspector, all cards that I really like. But here I guess it would be between this and this, depending on whether I wanted to draft werewolves or madness. And I think I'm gonna try to go for werewolves here. So let's see how we do. Alright, well here we got nothing. But we do have a Thales Lieutenant. So maybe we're just gonna take that. I'm thinking my opponent took some sort of a foil rare here, or a foil uncommon. I can't think of many commons I'd take over Thales Lieutenant. Maybe Rabbit Bite, perhaps, or Fiery Temper. But that's probably it. So yeah, well, since we do not have any werewolves here worth taking, we're definitely going to keep our options open by taking the Lieutenant. And here we got a pack where the best card, the obvious best card, is a Deadweight. Deadweight's pretty awesome. But I'm not gonna enter a third color here. I don't think I need to. We could even end up being, red-white. Because, werewolves are human too. So they can help this guy. I think that might be okay. We could take a Convicted Killer. Or we could take an Ember Eye Wolf. Ember Eye Wolf is pretty cool. I like it. Not sure if I take it over the Convicted Killer. I think maybe I do. There's an Ongoing Investigation, which is a great card, but it requires two other colors that I don't have here. So yeah, I think I'm going to take the Ember Eye Wolf. Could also take a Militant Inquisitor, but I'm not sure how many equipment I'm going to be able to get. Let's take the red card then. Okay, here we have a Neonate, we have a Convicted Killer. Thinking I'm gonna take the Convicted Killer here. Neonate's a card that I really like, but it's not at its best on this sort of deck. It's at its best in a dedicated, Vampire/Madness deck. There's also a Stern Constable, which is a human, and it can work really well with, red Madness cards if we get it. But thinking I'm gonna just go ahead and take a Convicted Killer. This guy has some Werewolf Tribal that is pretty powerful. So that's what I'm gonna take. I think. Yeah, seems about right. Okay, we have sorry, a Norwich Kindred or a Voldran Duelist. The Kindred is pretty good. We could eventually just abandon the Thales Lieutenant and go straight red-green. Oops, sorry about that. We could go straight red-green, or we could take a Voldran Duelist. And I think I'm gonna do that because even though it won't work with the tribal interactions we have here for werewolves and humans, it's just an amazing card. So getting it for a fifth pick is pretty good. Okay, here I guess I could take a Cathar's Companion or something like a Senseless Rage, Emissary of the Sleepless, and Tamia's Journal. That all okay cards, I think. But I think this deck here, what I want to be doing here is being aggressive, and for this reason I'm going to take a Cathar's Companion. I really don't think, even if we abandon white and go red-green, I really don't see us playing a deck that's going to want to have a Tamia's Journal. Not necessarily. So yeah, let's take the Cathar's Companion and say go. And now I wish I hadn't, because there's another one here that I don't really want. We could take something like pour over the pages, open the armory. I'm not sure. Maybe the emissary of the sleepless. None of those are cards that we really want, but you know, the cards in other colors aren't anything to write home about either. So, I mean, I guess the best card in the pack is this one. I'm gonna take the white card then. Alright, green's definitely, I mean, it's not open definitely. So we're gonna keep, trying to go white red here, taking a Cathar's Companion because even though we don't have many of those at this point, red is a color that has a lot of instants and sorceries, so it could help the Cathar's Companion. Alright, the fact that a Thraben Inspector made it back is a pretty good signal. And that's what we're gonna take. Here I think a Senseless Rage could be okay, or maybe a Dual Shot. Dual Shot is a sideboard card that is definitely okay. Can take guys like this out. So yeah, let's take a Dual Shot then. Militant Inquisitor, better than an Open the Armory, I think, especially because we're not sure if we're gonna end up playing any auras. Maybe a Bound by Moonsilver if we open it, but I want to have at least 3 good auras before I play this thing in my deck. So let's take an Inquisitor. Ethereal Guidance, I'm not that big on this card, but I'm gonna take it. Don't need this, don't need this, so who knows? Alright, get in a vessel. Alright, so let's hope we get some the uncommon enchantment, the red-white enchantment, the white enchantment with a red ability. Now here is something. Okay, now this is an interesting pick. I guess our options here are the Cavalry, the Mad Prophet, the Pious Evangel. I think the Mad Prophet is probably going to be our pick here because we're going to be an aggressive deck here, and these two cards here, while very good, they are at their best on more controlish builds, I think. And Mad Prophet is great because it enables madness if we have madness cards, but it also allows us to get rid of lands in the late game, and this is something that can plague aggro decks like this one. So I think that's what I'm gonna take here, Mad Prophet. Alright, wow. Now this is a pack. There's a card of Bloodline that I'm not gonna be taking here, but it's a card I actually love. There's a Breakneck Rider, which is pretty insane. There's a Henwer Militia, which can be pretty good too. I think the Breakneck Rider is actually a better card here out of these two, but I am inclined to take the Militia Captain because of curve concerns. We have a bunch of 3 drops already, and we need more 2 drops. So I think I'm gonna take the Militia, but not really fond of passing this guy. This guy can be insane in a deck like ours. Oh well. Take the Militia Captain and hope for the best. Alright, here we got a Port Town. Don't see us splashing for blue or anything. Unruly Mob, which is an okay card, I think. I guess I like this more than my friends tend to. Some of my friends really don't like this guy, but I think this guy can get quite out of control in the right build, and I think I could take it. Doesn't know it's Kindred too. But I'm not sure. I mean, we're not gonna splash for green, and this guy without green is not that impressive. There's a Ravenous Bloodseeker, but we won't have a lot of madness things to do here. I don't think so. So yeah, I think I'm gonna take an Unruly Mob. Not really sure about this pick, but oh well. Alright, Voldrin Duelist number 2. Don't mind if I do. There's a Parish Blade too. It's a pretty cool card. Apothecary Guys too. But you know, Voldrin Duelist is just insane in the right deck. There's also an Arsonist. I really want to get a few of these. I mean, one of these would be okay, and more werewolves in general. But I'm definitely not passing on a duelist for this deck. All right, there's a Moorland Drifter, but I think I'm gonna take a Tribune Inspector. Moorland Drifter is fine and all, but you know, Tribune Inspector. We do have uh, one human tribal card here, so the fact that this is a human might matter. I guess these two cards here are of a similar power level, but I do really like this Raven Inspector. So, all right, Blood Mad Vampire is okay. It's a Madness card. There's an Expose Evil, which could be good too. The thing is, if we want this card, we do want this card to, you know, make it more likely to connect. And we do not have a lot of removal spells, so maybe uh, this is a reason for us to take the Expose Evil instead. Yeah, taking the Expose Evil, I think. I think it's a close pick, but oh well. Alright, Dance with Devils is fine. Let's take it. Not really sure whether we're going to be playing the Cathar's Companion at this point. We don't have a lot of instants in sorcery so far. Alright, here, well, again, I'm gonna take a 3-Winning Spectre over a Moorland Drifter. But that's because I don't think we're gonna be able to reliably hit Delirium in this deck, and you know, I just like Fabling Spectre better. I probably would take the first Moorland Drifter over a third Fabling Spectre if we were a Delirium deck, but we're not. So let's take the Little Human then. Alright, Expose Evil number 2. Here we could take a third Cathar's Companion, but I think Senseless Rage is just better for us, although I'm not really sure if we are going to play it. Alright, here we got nothing for us, so probably I'm gonna hate something here. A Clipwings or a Stormcrook Mentor. I guess in our third pack we really want to focus on removal spells because we don't have a lot of those. Even the middle of the road removal spells, such as the 5 mana red sorcery that deals 5 damage to a creature and exiles it, cards like that. Alright, well, Survive the Night. Is that okay? It's a Magnifying Glass, which is okay, an okay card. Alright, I guess I could take a Survive the Night. Not really want to play it though. Alright, Shards of Broken Glass. Nah, I'd rather have a land than a Lydiana's Indignation. Alright. Oh, okay. I guess I couldn't hope for a better card for us here. I mean, Avacyn maybe. But, you know, Always Watching is just ridiculous. Hopefully the Duelist makes it back here. But yeah, definitely taking an Always Watching. Alright, we have a Town Gossipmonger or a Puncturing Light. And I think I want to take a Gossipmonger here. Works really well with what we're trying to do here. I may make it back even. I guess we shall see. But here I'm taking a Gossipmonger. There's a Gibbering Fiend. If he makes it back, we could take it too. Not over the Puncturing Light though, because we really need removal spells. Okay. This pack doesn't have a lot. I guess you could take a Harvest Hand because, you know, it's mild human tribal. Although it's not a card that has impressed me much in this format. Other than that, there's a Skeleton Key, which is a very middle of the road card. Again, a card that I seem to like a bit more than my friends because I think it is an okay Madness enabler. But we don't have Madness cards here, so let's take a Harvest Hand then. Okay, still no removal spells. So I guess we're gonna have the all creatures deck. Seems fine. There's an Apothecary Geist. It's okay. There's a Pack Guardian too, which is insane, by the way. So maybe I hate that. I'm not sure. Apothecary Guys is an okay card, but we do not have a lot of spirits to actually trigger its ability. So maybe I just go ahead and hate this thing. I don't know. Nah, guess I'm gonna take the Apothecary Guys here. All right. We have a Stun Constable, and I don't really like it. On the other hand, we have an Explosive Apparatus, and even though it's not the most efficient removal spell ever, it's still okay, I guess. And it's a card that it can go to the face too, which it might be important in a deck such as ours. So yeah, let's go ahead and take the Apparatus. Not sure if we're gonna play it or not. Maybe not. Alright, so cards have stopped coming. Here I'm going to take a Constable, I think. Could also take a Hope Against Hope. Because we are going to have a lot of creatures with this deck. But I guess I'm going to just take a Stun Constable here. Alright, Remaining Voice is fine, I guess. Again, to get rid of lands. Alright, 2 mana Devil Thorn Fox. Better than a second Apparatus, I think. Yeah, we really don't have removal here. We're gonna have to rely on things like Expose Evil. Alright, the Bloodseeker made it back. I'm not sure how badly I want that thing in my deck. I'm gonna take it, but I'm not sure I'm gonna play it. Maybe not. Alright, Insolent Neonates. We have enough 1-drops, but I guess Neonate is a card that I could hate draft here. I mean, this is probably gonna be a card that is better against us, but people don't usually play it, I don't think. So let's take a Neonate here just because. Skeleton Key made it back. We could take it, but probably not play it. Here, yeah, let's take a fork in the road. So I guess this is it. We don't really have removal spells, but I guess we're gonna try to make do. We may even play this thing here, the Ethereal Guidance, because we're gonna have a lot of creatures, it seems. Guess we shall see. Alright, and an Ethereal Guidance number 2. Not really a fan of the card, but never know. We might want to try it out here. So, here's a rough version of the deck that I may end up playing. I mean, I guess I could really play 16 land in this deck if we, stop at 4 mana. And we do have 3 Thraben Inspectors to play on turn 1 to help us, reach further mana drops. Land drops, that is. I guess this is it. I mean, we do have an Ethereal Guidance here. I haven't ever played with this card in this format, but it just doesn't seem that hot. But in a deck such as ours, we have like 18 creatures, if you count the Dances with Devils, the Devils. We have Always Watching, we have stuff to, tap opposing creatures. I guess we're gonna be fine with just 16 lands here, especially because, Expose Evil draws you cards, thanks to Investigate, and also we have Remaining Voice. So I guess this is it. This is an interesting deck. Red-white is not a color combination that I've drafted a lot in this format, but lots of people seem to enjoy it, Nariz Machinations would have been pretty good here for me, but oh well. Let's sort by color and see maybe 10-7 in favor of planes. Oh, I mean 10-6, right? In that case, I don't know. I think I went 9-7. With 9 planes, chances are we're going to have planes in our opening hand to play a Thraben Inspector. So, alright. I'm interested to see how this deck goes, so stick around and see you round 1.